Hello and welcome to Business News. I am Frank Omalape and here are some of the stories we're filing now. Analysts have attributed the rise in consumer prices in September to the inconsistency in the exchange market and insecurity situation bedeviling the country. According to a fellow Institute of Chartered Accountant, Olusegun Okwade, Monetary Authority must ensure harmony between the exchange rate and the prices of goods. Okwade was speaking on our flagship business program, Business Breakfast, earlier in the day.
Going by your intro, you have said that we keep having a decline in inflation, but the food index keep,
rising,
remain the same and keep increasing. It's not far-fetched. It's a simple analogy because I won't want to bore our viewers with so many technicalities. The background information is that the insecurity in the land has given so much rise to some of the commodities that we can see. Take, for example, the agric produce. 2019 to 2020, we faced with the problem of COVID, vis-a-vis the insecurity. So it's like double jeopardy for us in this part of the world. Insecurity was so prevalent that most farmers that were supposed to have plant in the time, the season of planting, were scared and afraid of going to the farm because of the challenges of being killed. Those that managed to risk their life goes there, and you discover that some of these produce too are being, attacked by the herdsmen in codes, people not having, restriction in their movement with their own business. So food as it is plays a major role, and it's really a problem with the level of insecurity. Two, foreign exchange, because we are import-based economy. Most of the things we consume are import-based. You discover that it has its own effects on the cost of food materials. Averagely, elites like you, not poor people like us, eat imported foods. You don't like eating the local-made foods. So you discover that the pressure on foreign exchange also have its own impact. The local flours and sugar that is supposed to be produced here, because of the insecurity in the country, you discover that majority of them are being imported. And because of the pressure on our foreign exchange, you discover that the price keeps.
Meanwhile, in a bid to address the unending crisis in the foreign exchange market, experts have advised the CBN to find a central rate for its exchange market in order to boost the local currency. Garba Krufu, who was reacting to the September inflation figure vis-a-vis, spoke on our flagship program Business Breakfast earlier today.
The CBN should streamline the exchange rate. When they streamline the exchange rate, it will bring more inflow, because most of people who are willing to invest or buy product in Nigeria, they will bring their dollar in the right channel because the price is right. And the more you get inflow, all price will crash down, and all this rising of the imported item will be lower. Because today, you are a manufacturer, you need $10 million. You go to CBN and allotted you $1 million. Where do you get the $9 million? You have to look somewhere else. And the only somewhere else is to buy it at 580 to get. So by the time you buy it 580, compared to the one that you bought 412 or 413 from CBN, when you dilute it, you will see that your average cost is still 580. And therefore, everything you are manufacturing here or you are importing, you will rate it at 580, not 412. And that is why if you are to go and buy any imported item, you will see the price has gone up. Because people are no longer looking at the official rate, at the rate that they will price their goods. So they price their goods at the parallel market. And the parallel market is shining because there is no way to streamline this exchange rate. Streamline the two. You will see what will happen. The inflow will come and the price will reduce from 580, it can come to.
And in the meantime, the currency in circulation rose by 58.36 billion naira to 2.84 trillion naira in September from 2.79 trillion in August. The latest figures obtained from the Central Bank of Nigeria showed on Sunday. The currency in circulation rose to 2.81 trillion naira in July from 2.74 trillion at the end of June. It fell to 2.79 trillion in May from about 2.80 trillion naira at the end of April. According to the CBN, the broad money supply rose to 5.83% in August from 2.91% in July. He said this was largely driven by the growth of net foreign assets and the net domestic asset by 12.35 and 4.30% respectively in August 2021 compared to 8.84 and 3.17% in July. The Apex Bank said the growth in net foreign asset was largely driven by an increase in foreign asset holdings of commercial and merchant banks. It said the increase in net domestic asset reflected the boost to aggregate credit net, which increased to 8.14% in August from 5.71% in July. In the money market, the monthly weighted average interbank call and open buyback rate increased to 13.45 and 12.97% in August respectively from 10.72 and 11.60% in July. And away from there now, the Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, has said the large expenditure base of the country is responsible for Nigeria's high debt service to revenue ratio. Ahmed made this known during an interview with Bloomberg on Friday, which also stating that the federal government is working to further increase revenue and reduce expenditure. The minister disclosed that the country could approach the foreign capital market again this year, going by the success of the last bond it raised. On the issue of refining crude oil locally, Ahmed said with Dangote refinery set to commence operation in 2022, the country would be able to save 30% of its current expenditure on oil and generate foreign exchange from the sales of petroleum products to other neighboring countries. And now the Nigerian Export Promotion Council has expressed why many Nigerian businesses, including women entrepreneurs, failed in export business. The council ascribed this to inadequate training and exposure on export business in the international market. This was made known by the Executive Director, CEO of the council, Olusegun Awolowo, at a capacity building workshop of women-owned businesses in the non-oil export value chain organized by the Export Development and Incentive Department of the Council in Akure, the Ondo State capital on Friday. Promotion Council, in its explanation, recognized the need for whoever wants to delve into the export business to first undergo full training about the business. Well, and that's a wrap on business and news at this time. Many thanks for watching. I am Frank Omalape. It's back to you now, Michael.